Hello, friends. Good morning. It is VVS Academy, a School of Arts and Science. A mission with a vision. Our academy is working 24/7 for the students who are interested in science and technology and further better studies in science. Well, friends, BSc Chemistry syllabus in organic chemistry, organic and physical chemistry, practical projects, etc. Application of computer in chemistry and different studies. Chromatography technique for separating the components or solutes of mixture on the basis of the relative amounts of each solute distributed between a moving fluid stream called mobile phase and a contiguous stationary phase. That means chromatography is a separation technique, a technical separation of mixtures into its respective components. So the mixture is dissolved in fluid solvent like gas or liquid and mobile phase, etc. So this partition coefficient result in differential retention in the analytical chemistry. So the process is associated with higher cost due to its mode of production. Analytical chromatography is done normally with smaller amounts of material and is establishing the presence of measuring the relative proportions of analytes in mixture. Types of chromatography: paper chromatography, SPLC, gas chromatography, column chromatography, thin layer chromatography. So let us explain the basic principle of gas chromatography. Sample injection system, flow resistor, carrier gas stored in the cylinder which can be operated whenever it requires. Then it will go to the thermostat gas chamber and again it is taken by the graph. Gas chromatography (GC) is a common type of chromatography used in analytical chemistry. Another type of chromatography is HPLC, that is high performance liquid chromatography. In this liquid chromatography, it is highly improved form of liquid chromatography. Instead of a solvent being allowed to drip through a column under gravity, it is forced through the high pressures of up to 400 atmospheres. That is stationary phase, as you know that, mobile phase, coming to the sample loop, spray syringe and individual substances, SPLC software and the computer. The chromatogram allows the identification and quantification of different substances. TLC principle. What is the thin layer chromatography? A thin layer chromatography is a technique used to isolate non-volatile mixtures. So material spotted the absorbent and temperature. It is one of the fastest, least expensive, simplest and easiest chromatography technique. The quantitative testing of various medicines such as sedatives, local anesthetics and anticonvulsant tranquilizers, analgesics and antihistamines, steroids, hypnotics is done by thin layer chromatography. It is used in food industry also to separate and identify the color switching agent and preservatives. Thin layer chromatography, we have discussed in principle and materials used to perform TLC, experimental technique, application, advantages and disadvantages. Chromatography, column chromatography, paper chromatography, thin layer chromatography. Principle, it is based on the adsorption type, the separation release, and the relative empathy of compounds towards the mobile phase and stationary phase. Who discovered thin layer chromatography? It was developed by Imailov in the year 1938, considering the Mikhail Set's description to column chromatography. So, what is the major difference between thin layer chromatography and paper chromatography? The difference is cellulose filter paper contains water in its pore, whereas TLC, the stationary phase, used as a glass plate and coated with silica gel. Thank you, friends. Thank you for listening. This is Science Classes from UVSM Academy, a School of Arts and Science, a mission with a vision. Please record your studies in chromatography, techniques of separation of liquids or gases or whatever it may be. Thank you.